What's going on, everyone? It's Jeremy. Okay, we finally got this done. It took me forever to get this done. I know it's not very big. It's on a full 32 by 32 base plate, but man, this was one of the hardest custom builds that I've ever done. The biggest part is all right in there. Wow. I think it looks pretty good. So if you're a Thundercats fan, you've clicked on it to watch this video. We got a couple other little things I'll show you a little bit later in the video you might like too that are related to this. So from what I've seen, nobody has ever built a Lego Cats Lair. I've seen a couple digital renderings through Lego, some of the digital software, but I've never seen a live version. I've never seen a live mini or micro scale one like this. And I've never seen a minifig scale, which, man, if I did that, it would probably be a minimum of 4 base plates and probably as tall as my backdrop here. But right now, we got this. I am very happy, very content with this. There's no doubt in my mind there's probably 2,000 pieces in this little mock, if not more. So let's take a look. There's a couple other special little play features, and yeah. All right, so if you missed my little shorts video, kind of did some custom trees here. You can see the telescope pieces, and basically did that and then just added some leaves to it so you get a little bit fuller tree. So that worked out well. And kind of got a stump, that's what we're gonna call that. We'll move around, same thing. We've got our entranceway. I just do a 360 now. I don't really care about this because, I mean, what do you really do when you're building on one base plate? If I'd have built on a gray 48 by 48, I probably would have just tapered it down. I probably should have done that, but you don't really know how big it's gonna be till you get so far in, and then once you do that, you're committed. Yeah, really long pieces that ended up like that, so whatever. But really, how many people are gonna look at the back of this, because it's probably gonna sit on the shelf. Same thing over here, nothing special. Yeah, you can see the plate, whatever. That's my creek. I did this on my farm display using the 3 different color blues and then different color blue plates under those studs. I think it gives a decent kind of trickling water look. Okay, so one thing to look at here, we have that. That's one of those shield pieces. And that's just basically for support for the first little play feature, which if you're a Thundercats fan, you know the bridge comes out. Just like that. I'm gonna pull this back a little bit so you can see it. And that's why that little ledge is there, just so I can reach it with my fingernail and level it off. And there's a hole, it sits right on here to where this actually inserts into that, just like that. One thing, it took me a while to get right, a little bit of a ledge there. I kind of did more rock concrete right in front of the paws. Use those little shield pieces there to get a little bit to where it just wasn't totally flat. And then just a couple little snot pieces and put some tiles there. Same thing on the other side to try to give it a little bit of coloration. Okay, what else do we have play feature wise? So the real Cats Lair, you know, you come across, you've got the main staircase up to the main entrance right there. On each side you have the claws. Yes, my claws do raise. Now that's all the higher I can get them to go because it's hard on square bricks. Trying to do that, you'll notice it's offset just a little bit right there. And that's just actually to allow it to raise that much. They're solid underneath. Yeah, you can see the plates under there. It's hard enough to make them that scale, so I wasn't gonna make them hollow. Our front chest pieces, I think there's like 4 different levels here that are half plates, and it's really hard to see. But man, that was a challenge. I'm building sideways, vertical. Yeah. Okay, our shoulder pieces, I love the way those turned out. You see my head. Yes, the mouth does open and close a little bit, So, kind of in real life, a little bit. The head doesn't turn. That's the one thing, I just can't do that. I can't make it turn, because when you turn it, it just looks, I tried it with a turntable piece, and there's nothing on the back to support it. I mean, the back, that looks pretty good like that, but it just doesn't look right when you try to do that turntable and you try to raise it up, because then you got to have it higher than these. I'm stuck. I'm kind of just, I'm content and I'm done with this. I love the way this looks. I don't think I'm gonna get it any better. What do you guys think? So, oh yeah, and then like with these are just plates that I placed there. It's just hollow interior work, nothing special. So I tried to add some pieces there just to make it look like a little bit of dirt, earthworks, and add the dark brown. Okay, what do you need? You need a thunder tank. I built a micro scale thunder tank to fit on this. And here's what I came up with. I know it doesn't look great, but for this scale, it's pretty close. So let's take a look. You can see I used that. I'll hold it up. You can see the claw arms in the front just dangle because they're just on a rod going across there, that gray pin. I had to use the red 1x1 for the logo on the back, and that gray tile on the front with the slope front or the rounded front on both sides. I think that's a key piece to build this. And then I used one of the ingot pieces just to add a little bit more depth and top, rather than just like one of those 1x2 plates like you see, or 1x2 tiles like you see on each side of it. So it fits on the bridge with space on each side. I wanted to make it 3 wide because my bridge is 4 wide. Will it fit under a claw? Kind of. So when you do that, the whole thing is only put together with 1 stud. Let me get this. So as you can see, it doesn't go back far enough because the whole claw doesn't raise enough, and the claw is a solid claw. There's nowhere for it to go. So it does hang over. Kind of reminds me of one of the episodes where Panthro has to jump the ravine using the thunder tank. So it's kind of like in mid-motion there. So that's what that makes me think of, when I think it's one of the episodes where there's a meteor shower or something, and the meteor shower takes out the bridge. So yeah, that's my little thunder tank. At least it fits. The best part of it is by far that it fits on the bridge. So I think when I display it, I'll either display it with the thunder tank going through the grass like that, or I don't know, you could even have it kind of like that coming up, or even there, or coming down the ramp. I'd rather have the ramp to where the stairs are open. So what do you guys think? I know I'm a Thundercat fan. I hear there's a Thundercat movie in the works. I've heard live action, I've heard CGI, different things. Apparently the director, he's done some big stuff, some big movies. So that's good. We'll see. I was just reading it about some of his work, and I know it's big, massive, multi-$100 million blockbusters that he's worked on. So look up new Thundercat movie in the works, and you'll find some stuff on Google. But anyway, that's it for this. What do you guys think? I'll show you my brick heads if you missed that in a previous video, just so you can see some of the custom Lego Thundercat brick heads that I found on ReBrickable.com. So let's take a look at those. Okay, we're gonna backtrack here for just a little bit, kind of show you the progress we got going on here on trying to get this landscaping and kind of cutout area where the Cats Lair sits back into. So if I can get this, I mean, there's no problem there with any spacing. So before I do some work on this, kind of see down in there, Yeah, before I add texture and slopes and stuff to this to make it look a little bit less flat. But yeah, this is where we are. This is what it looks like. So if for some reason you would ever want to try to build something like this, I'll help you as much as I can, believe me. But it's a challenge in itself. I know that head is not perfect, but I'm pretty content with it. I just don't know how much I can do better with that size. So you're really limited on space and parts, and I need to use certain pieces to get certain things to look right and kind of build around those certain pieces. So yeah, it's okay. Okay, you can see this is before we add the curved pieces. So it doesn't really look, I don't think it looks as good like this, but just for reference, that's one of the things that this is how it was. And then I found those other pieces and decided I'll just use those. So, all right, back to real time. All right, here's my custom brick heads. Everything, the only thing that's custom for me that I made was Mambut. All the rest, I found the instructions on ReBrickable.com for a couple bucks a piece. You can see Lionel with the claw shield, the sword, Panthro with the nunchucks, Tiger and the bolo whip, Shitara with her staff, Snarf, and then Mumra. Really, really good designs. The one thing I did change with Mumra, I think this was yellow. I changed it to dark red to make it look more like the figure that I had as a kid and still have, the original figurine. So yeah, that's what we got. Hopefully you guys like this. I know a lot of people won't watch it if you're not a Thundercats fan. You're not. You might be in the future if this movie does really well, if it does come out in the next few years. So that's what I gotta say. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you in the next video.